An energetic blueprint is dependent on your energy field, what you've chosen to come into this lifetime to embody. We now need to move into a place where there is zero judgment. We have to slow down. We have to remember how to slow down.
Let's just sit and think, right? You are making a switch to YouTube, and that is going to look, how is that going to look to you? What from your conversations has become clear that is what works well?
Okay, so I'm making the switch to YouTube because I want to make longer form videos, channeling information from the Akashic Records as well, down to humanity at this time so that they can feel a bit more grounded and safe within their life, recognizing patterns within their life. That means that they can see clearer, if that makes sense.
And do you think there's any significance in the timing?
Yeah, there's significance in the timing because it's that we're now shifting into a completely different way of being within our energetic field. So for that, we're moving into not only the fire horse year as well, which is starting very soon, but we're also shifting all of the human design and how our energetic blueprint works as well with regards to the rise of the sleeping phoenix, which is this time that we've come here to be in and help other people realize their own innate power to no longer be a slave within the system that we live in. But it's not an external system, it's an internal system that is keeping us stuck through fears and limitations and things. I'm sort of here to help you realize that you are a lot more powerful and ready to embody this change without any fear, if that makes sense.
So energetic blueprint stood out to me from that, and I would then just probably say, how would you describe what an energetic blueprint is to people?
An energetic blueprint is dependent on your energy field, what you've chosen to come into this lifetime to embody, your aura type, and where, when, and through what body you came into this reality in. And that is dependent on the neutrino field that was stemming through your DNA, which helps encode specific karmic patterns or patterns generally into your system so that you are then here to live out that expression of that dynamic, if that makes sense. So what you are fundamentally is a group of patternings that makes you up to be you, because you're not just you're not your name anymore. Your name is just a label that was given to you, like your anything that in life. It's all to do with labels and the breaking down of labels, and it's kind of what the higher self, the guides, and the Akashic Records is saying is that you're so much more than just your limited beliefs about yourself or your labels. And so we're breaking down all distortions, and language as it is one of the biggest distortions that has been overlaid over this planet, because it makes us no longer feel our energy because we're trying to describe it through words, and words are a very I think of the right term. Words are so limiting in the infinite capacity of what you truly are. So they kind of keep us trapped here on Earth, if that makes sense. Or not trapped. They keep us trapped within our own mind, because the mind loves labels, it loves attachments, it loves all of these things. And as we're expanding and growing in this environment that we find ourselves now in exponentially, we are breaking down all of these limiting beliefs, and to do with that is a lot to do with labels. So labels are there to say like, you're Sam, you're ADHD, you're bipolar. You can't be any of these things. All you can be is either in alignment or out of alignment. That's it. You know, fundamentally, you are more than any of that. And that's what I've realized within my own journey is you would have said that I was bipolar growing up, you know, because it was so flitting. I was all over the place. I was in a job that I didn't really want to do. And because of that, it distorted my view of myself, so that then I started to become something I wasn't, you know. And you could label this as anything, you know. That's why I always say to people, like, is a tree a tree? No, a tree is dependent on the soil, it's dependent on the air, it's dependent on all of these things that are fundamental to the tree existing. So where does the tree start and where does the soil start? But it's not, and all of these concepts and ideas break us out of this limiting thought of just, I'm just this. The tree isn't a tree. As soon as you say to a child or somebody or anything that a bird is a bird, looking out the window now, that the bird is a bird, the bird no longer becomes what it truly is, which is a part of the whole. And what I'm here to do is to help you to realize that you are a part of the whole too. There isn't like a limitation on your boundary. And there's so much in what I've just said there about boundaries as well, because where does your boundary end? You know, there's so much in the communities right now saying about boundaries and all of this sort of stuff. When you truly get into God consciousness, you become boundaryless, because in order to be boundaryless, then you are the infinite. There are no more limitations to what you truly are, if that makes sense. But bringing it back to labels, as we say to a child, that's a blackbird, then the child no longer sees reality as it truly is anymore, because we've limited it down to this finite label, if that makes sense. So that's distorting our view of reality. And really what I'm saying in this is like, there are so many overlays about beliefs, about limitation, about rules and regulations. We look at the world as it is right now and we're like, yeah, look at all of the laws that are there. You have to abide by these laws. You have to get on board with this or else you're a bad citizen. Ooh, fear of judgment. And all of that system is based on judgment in essence. You know, it's not based on truth of what you are. It's based on this, this keeping us small so that we are scared to step outside of that. And I'm here to say, like, step outside of the laws, step outside of the limitations about who you think you are or what you are or any of it, you know, even down to that, you know, going back to the bipolar thing. I would have said that I was bipolar, but other people now looking back in retrospect would be like, you were so up and down because you were out of alignment. You're in a job you didn't want to do. You were working in something that wasn't coherent with you and you knew it. But instead of recognizing that and doing something about it, I chose to stay in it. So I got more bitter, I got more angry, I got more resentful to that. That then creates this label that society gives us. When we start to realize the distortions in the field, we start to realize what's truly going on. And then we go, oh, you've just got ADHD. Oh, you've got bipolar. Oh, you're crazy or psychotic.